All right, let's make sure everything's working. All right, everything's working and we should be good. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Malin. Welcome back finally to the uh, Madden 26 Dallas Cowboys Rebuild Livestream Series. It's going to be video number 6. Getting ready to start the 2030 season. I know it's been really about a month since I have touched this franchise. But hopefully this is the video where we finally make that deep playoff push because it's pretty insane. In the past 5 years, despite the fact of having Dak Prescott, we've only made the playoffs twice. And last season we did win the wild card round, but we lost to the New Orleans Saints in the divisional round, and Dak Prescott threw an interception that was the last pass of his career. So if anything, that Dak was able to win a playoff game in his final season, and he retired a Dallas Cowboy. He didn't go anywhere else. That's the choice I decided to make. I was going to try to keep Dak as long as possible and see what he could do. But we did draft a quarterback in the first round last year, and you're going to see him right here. Deontay Wheeler, superstar trade, 85 overall. He actually got his overall to be higher than Dak during last season. But I didn't start him because I wanted him to stay on the shelf. And even though he didn't start or play in any games, his overall went up. So I think this guy is going to be a franchise quarterback for us that's finally going to get us over the hump. And he's young. He's only been in the league for 1 year, set the bench, learn from Dak, and he'll be ready to take over as the starter. Julian Lewis is going to be the backup for him. We drafted him a couple of years ago out of Colorado. And Quinn Ewers, who we signed in free agency, is going to be the third-string quarterback. Jeremiah Love is still here. We're finally giving him number 4 at his going into his 5th season. His college number he wore at Notre Dame because Dak's finally retired, so he can take number 4. And he's got superstar dev, too. He's 94 overall now. He's become one of the best running backs in the league since we drafted him. We did sign Travis Etienne Jr., who at this point is probably on the backside of his career as a backup running back. And Malcolm Toll, we drafted last year out of Georgia. He's the third-string running back. Reggie Gilliam, we signed to be the starting fullback because Jeremiah Cunningham is still going to be here, but I don't know if we're going to keep him after the preseason if Gilliam is going to be able to stay here. Receiver-wise, we still have CeeDee Lamb, we still have George Pickens, and we still have Ryan Wingo, who, he's going to be up for a new contract soon. And I'm debating whether I want to keep him or not, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm really between him and Pickens. We did sign Jordan Whittington to give us some receiver depth. And Tank McGriff is our 4th stringer. We have Carl Woods, Green, and Cummings, really are just a bunch of guys. We still have Jake Ferguson as our tight end, but 84 overall, I don't think he'll develop any more past that. Reggie Jackson, who we drafted last year out of Texas A&M. We finally got a solid backup tight end in the draft, 80 overall, and Clay Rayner, who we drafted a few years ago, 61 overall. Left tackle Jude Bowery is up to an 82. Robbie Tracy, who we drafted this year, is a 64 overall. Tyler Smith, still here at 92 overall, one of the best left guards in the league. Juice Scruggs, we signed to be his backup. He's an older guy, veteran player, but then again, about the same amount of years in the league as Tyler Smith. So we have a decent left guard backup if we need to plug him in. Jake Slaughter is our starting center. Drafted him 4 years ago now, getting a little better. Nick Sanchez. And also right guard Tyler Booker is up to a 91. He's developed pretty well. And we have Cash Cleveland, who is still our backup right guard at 85 overall, which isn't bad. Right tackle Braden Jacobs out of Clemson, we drafted a few years ago, 83 overall, and Chase Lunt's going to back him up. So the offensive line going into the first season for Wheeler, we got an 82, 92, 80, 91, and 83. That's a pretty solid offensive line for him to go into his first season. Now, getting on the defensive side of things, this is just the side of the ball that I feel like ever since we started this rebuild, we've struggled to really find that continuity based on the fact that the Micah Parsons trade happened before the franchise began, and that's the way I wanted to start. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to rebuild this defense. I wanted to see if Dak was good enough, but he just wasn't good enough, so we're moving on to another quarterback. We did sign Lucas Van Ness, 7th-year man out of Iowa. Now, I don't really know how much better he's going to get than 80 overall, but he was a guy that we were able to sign on a deal that wasn't super expensive, and that's going to really give us some help. He's still only 29 years old, probably still has a few solid years left in the tank. He's going to be our new left edge rusher. Enrique Ruiz, who we drafted this year, I have hopes for him But sitting behind Van Ness is going to make me feel better than plugging in a rookie right away at 72 overall. And we have Matt Green, who we drafted last year as the third string guy. Peter Woods is getting better every year. 86 overall is not that bad. I feel like he's starting to finally maybe get to the point where he might get up to the high 80s. But if that's his ceiling, then that is a bit concerning to me. But our edge rushers are in better shape than they've been in the last several years. We got an 80 and we got an 88. Matthias Francisco, who we drafted a few years ago, is up to a 67. We got a 67 Cameron Peterson, who's a rookie out of Texas A&M. Defensive tackles. We did bring back Christian Wilkins after we signed him last year on a cheap deal. I didn't want to lose an 83 defensive tackle. This very well could be Wilkins last year in the league at 11 years pro. Eric Tafoya, who we drafted last year, is still only to 69. Our defensive tackles really not looking too good. We're going from an 83 down to a 69, which isn't very good in terms of depth. Jacques has gotten better, who we drafted the first offseason of this rebuild. He's up to an 85 now. Will Kirkpatrick is a 68 overall. Our middle linebacker has been a position that has really been in flux for really ever since we started this rebuild. Luke Thigpen, who we drafted a few years ago, it looks like is finally starting to improve. He's got superstar dev, 81 overall. Victor Barton, who we drafted a few years ago, 69 overall. Will linebacker Josh Sanchez is getting a little bit better. He's got superstar dev as well. Quentin Durant, we drafted last year. He's up to a 74. So we got an 82, 81, and an 85 at linebacker. So our defense, I feel like, is finally starting to get a little bit better. We still have Deron Blaine as our number one corner, although getting up to 31 years old, who knows how much longer he's going to be able to play. During this past offseason, we did trade Trayvon Diggs, and we didn't retain the defensive tackle who we traded him for. But we needed to get that money off the docket. I just feel like it wasn't good enough. And the reality is Siobhan Ravel Jr. is up to an 82 overall right now, so he probably will be getting a little bit better. We did sign Jaquan McMillan to be a third-string corner, veteran guy, 77 overall. We also got Mike Reed, and we also got Grant Carradine, some guys that we've drafted over the last few years. The cornerback room, dropping, to the third corner at that is not that great, but still. Coy Parrish. Now, this guy has universal coverage as one of his traits. He's up to a 92 overall. He's definitely been one of the draft picks that we've hit on ever since we started this rebuild. Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock, but a Dwayne Johnson, rookie from Ohio State. We drafted him this year to be the backup free safety. And Glenn Kelly, and we have Caleb Schultz. And then strong safety, we have Ricardo Jones, who we drafted a few years ago, finally kind of coming into his own, 84 overall and 77. Quan Scott. So the safeties are starting to get a little bit better in terms of development with Parrish and also Jones. And our kicker is still Brandon Aubrey, and Caleb Reinhardt is our punter at 69 overall. And our long snapper is Danny Hardy, who looks like Trevor Phillips from GTA. But it is what it is. You have to have a long snapper or else you can't play games. So that's what we're looking at right now. As far as Brian Schottenheimer, our approval rating is good at 60%. That's an indication of, the times, because we have made the playoffs last year. And, of course, we won a playoff game. So we finally got over a little bit of the hump, but we're just starting to improve a little bit. Tucker Ross has been our offensive coordinator ever since we started this, and he's remained steady. He's been pretty good up to 92. Aaron Glenn, we signed him about 2 years ago, 52 overall. But I feel like this defense is finally going to start playing a little bit better this season. That's just been the Achilles heel. Our defense, we haven't been able to, I feel like, have our defense play at an extremely high level because, we don't have Micah Parsons anymore. The overall wise, we're 88, 91, and 85 going into this preseason. So I got hopes, and hopefully Deontay Wheeler takes a big jump this season during the year and really makes a difference for us with being our new starting quarterback. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get through the preseason. We'll see how everything goes, and we'll go ahead and try to finalize this roster. We did win our first preseason game against the Patriots. This is Deontay Wheeler's team right now. There's no quarterback controversy. There's no speculation. Dak Prescott is retired. It is Wheeler's team for now. We had a tie against the Jets. You can't go to overtime in preseason, so that's perfectly fine with me. Nothing really too crazy there. And now I've got the Ravens to wrap up the preseason. And let's see how we did against them. Well, we lost to the Ravens to close out the preseason. First thing I want to do is I want to check the injury report, and I want to see if we had anybody get nicked up during the preseason. So, no, we have no injuries, so that's good. We got to cut 9 players, though. We're putting 9 on the practice squad. So we got some roster trimming to take care of course. I want to keep all 3 quarterbacks active if we possibly can. Julian Lewis actually has gotten up to an 80 overall right now. So that gives me hope that if for some reason we lose Wheeler during the season, then we might be okay at quarterback. I'm going to move Cunningham over to the practice squad because we have Rich Gilliam now as our starting fullback. How many receivers do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Green, I'm going to move you to practice squad. And Cummings, I'm going to do the same thing, move you to practice squad. So I think we have, 6 receivers? Yeah, we have 6 receivers. I'd like to keep 6 receivers active. Was that no penalties? I'm going to cut Rayner. He hasn't really developed very much. We drafted Jackson, and he's been better than him. So, we're just going to cut him. Let him go. All right. I'm going to put Matt Green on the practice squad. I don't want to risk losing him for depth if we have to bring him back. And I'm going to do the same thing with Francisco. I'm moving him to the practice squad. Got a lot of defensive tackles. This guy right here is just awful. I'm not even going to and killer penalty. Okay, so we'll move Gibson to practice squad. McClure, we're going to go ahead and cut him. Enriquez, I'm going to move you to practice squad, and we're done. Okay, we didn't have to make as many cuts as I expected. All right, so let's go ahead and advance, get the roster finalized, got the practice squad finalized. Let's go ahead and get ready for the regular season. And we got to open up against the Eagles. That'll be fun. As far as choosing the draft class, I'm just going to go with the auto-generated rookies because we're so far into the future. I just don't think that anybody's got a roster out there in terms of this far into the future. So I'm just going to go with auto-generated rookies probably for the rest of this rebuild until I get Dallas to win a championship. And I will say, once I lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl victory, whenever that is, that'll be the end of this rebuild, and we will move on to another rebuild. This rebuild has taken me longer than I expected, I'm not going to lie. But it also, I think it just goes to a testament of how much of a difference Micah Parsons is in the simulation. When you have a 99 overall edge rusher who basically is your defense, he can almost win games for you single-handedly, which is actually true in real life. Who knows, Dallas could have used somebody like that yesterday against the Broncos. Anyway. Okay, so here we go, getting ready to start the 2030 season. Sailing in the middle of the season, and we will see where everything is at in terms of this year. This is Deontay Wheeler's first season as the starter, and I want to see how he does. He's not a rookie, but it is his first year as a starter. He's basically going to be kind of like Patrick Mahomes. He's sitting the bench behind a really good quarterback who may or may not be a Hall of Famer. We will see. Well, we started out the season not exactly super great. We're currently 3-3. Let's see how things have gone. We lost to the Eagles and we lost to the Packers. We started the season 0-2 with a pair of close losses. We beat the Titans by 2 touchdowns. We beat the Falcons convincingly. We lost to the Rams by 2 touchdowns. And we actually beat the Commanders convincingly as well. And looks like we have a bye week. So, well, we had the bye week. So now we got to play against the Bengals, who are 4-3. And let me go ahead and do the scouting the national focus. Let me take a look and see if we've got any injuries that we got to worry about. Well, the only one is Cash Cleveland, who was our backup right guard with a quad strain. So our backup right guard is hurt, but I'm not too concerned about that. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are looking in the bottom right corner, you guys will notice that's a different logo of a team. And that is because the Arizona Cardinals relocated to Portland, Oregon. So they are now the Portland Bird. I don't know what their team name is, but it goes to show you when you get so far into the future, anything in the NFL can change. The approval rating for Schottenheimer is still good at 61%. What about Aaron Glenn? He's still average at 53. So coaching-wise, I mean, we're not, looking too bad. The fans are the lowest of the Schottenheimer trust factor. So that's about the only concern we have for Brian Schottenheimer. Well, Jeremiah Love is up for a new contract. We do have $109 million, but I don't want to let Love get away. Let's start with the neutral deal and see what he says. Need a bigger offer. Okay, well, we'll come back to that next week. Down to $98 million now. Tyler Smith, I want to keep him here for the rest of his time as a Cowboy. He only wants a 2-year deal. Exactly the offer I was hoping for. That's great. We've got Tyler Smith coming back. But now we are, of course, down to $76 million. Peter Woods, of course, his contract is up. I don't want to let an 86 edge rusher get away. Bring him on for a 2-year deal. Of course, we're now down to $55 million. Cash Cleveland is decent depth, but of course, hold on a second. I got to take a look at something. Who is is Tyler Smith our left guard or right guard? Okay, he is our left guard. What about our starting right guard? Well, Tyler Booker is up to a 92 overall. Are we going to have to accept the 5th-year option on him, though? Oh, we already accepted the 5th-year option, I think so. So Cash Cleveland, as decent as he is, we're just going to have to let him go. We got an 85 Ricardo Jones. I do want to keep him. We'll do a 3-year deal. Happy to sign. That's great. Okay, now this is where things are getting hairy. But here's the thing. George Pickens is an 89 overall, but we've got Ryan Wingo. And unfortunately, just to save some money, I'm not going to bring back George Pickens. Riveldo, I want to keep him here for a little bit. He only wants a 1-year deal. We got him here for another year. That's great. We're down to $42 million now. Van Ness, I'll come back to that. McMillan's a 3rd stringer. I think I'll go ahead and let him walk. Scott is a backup strong safety. He can go. He's a backup. I'm not going to bring back Winnington nor Etienne. These guys are all backups anyway. They're decent backups, but they're still backups. I think I'm just going to have to draft a new defensive tackle because I feel like Christian Wilkins is going to retire at the end of the season, if I'm being brutally honest. So yeah. Maybe stupid, but I'm going to spend money on the kicker once again. Give Aubrey another 1-year deal. Keep him here. I don't want to see him leave. All right, so we took care of the kicker. Gilliam is our fullback, but we could probably get another fullback in free agency or try to bring him back if we want to. We'll let him hit the open market. Braden Jacobs, we're definitely going to pick up the 5th-year option on him. He is our new starting right tackle. He's still developing, still growing. He's only 23 years old. Still feel like he's got some development in front of him. Jeremiah Love, we're going to take care of him next week. And we're going to be able to restructure some of these contracts anyway, so I'm not too concerned about spending a bunch of money right now. Playing the Bengals this week, see if we can get over 500. And we do get over 500 with a solid 8-point win over the Bengals. As far as the division standings, we are second in the NFC East behind the 6-2 Giants. Philly is 4-4. Washington's 3-5. So division race once again looking pretty tight. Looks like we got some weekly award winners. Wheeler got NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 258 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times, but 3 passing touchdowns. Pretty solid game for him. And now we've got to play the New Orleans Saints, who we lost to in the postseason last year, but they're having a pretty down year at 2-5. So things are not looking too good for the New Orleans Saints. We got to take care of Jeremiah Love. I want to see. So we did the neutral deal, but if he wants a player-friendly deal, we're just going to have to offer. I'd sign if there was some way to improve this team that aligns with my interests. Oh, goodness gracious. That's not very positive. We're still not there with Jeremiah Love. Well, we can, do the negotiation at the end of the season. We may just have to wait until that. So I'm going to wait until the end of the season. Maybe we can get some contracts restructured, and then we can try to make sure we keep Love here, or we franchise tag him. That may be the only thing we can do if we just can't reach an agreement at that point of the year. So we'll see. Because if we keep negotiating and we don't get anywhere, then eventually he's going to lose interest, and then we can't negotiate with him until we get to the off season. I don't know if we want to wait that long. And if we do, we're just going to have to franchise tag him at that point and take the bullet. 94 overall running back is not worth letting hit the open market, especially somebody who we drafted and I would like to keep here until we win a championship. So that's the reality. I don't want to let Love hit the open market that easily. Okay, so the 2-5 New Orleans Saints are a team that we should be able to beat, but the key word is should. And hopefully we take care of business. And we do, with we only won, it looks like, by 8 points, but hey, a win's a win, a win's a win. Division standings, we are now 5-3, but the Eagles are 5-4. Commanders, I guess, didn't play this past week because they're still 3-5. And the Giants are the team that we're going to be chasing in this division, it looks like. The approval rating is still good with Schottenheimer at 62%, which is very good. But I think it also helps that we've got a young quarterback who's in his second year and is his first full year as a starter and probably playing better. The stack was at the end of the line. This is a pair of 5-3 teams going against each other and us taking on the Colts at home. And we lose to the Colts by, looks like, 6 points. So we're still not consistent in terms of, being able to put everything together, in my opinion. That's just the way that things are looking. I'm going to take a look at statistics, and I want to see how things are looking. So Wheeler already is over 2,000 yards. He's thrown for 17 touchdowns. He only has 3 interceptions. The running game is pretty good with Jeremiah Love. He's got 8 touchdowns. Wheeler has 2 rushing ones, and Etienne has 2 rushing touchdowns. Receiving core, Pickens actually is our leading receiver. Lamb might have been hurt or something, I guess. Jake Ferguson is our second leading receiver, actually. I still don't think that changes what I want to do. And like I said, it's just a money situation. I just don't think I can afford to keep Pickens. Let me see how Wheeler's stats are comparing with the rest of the NFL. He's still pretty low in terms of really good quarterback play. The leader in passing is Dylan Raiola of the Jets, 2,400 yards. Joe Burrow is now on the Raiders. I did not see that coming. Mahomes is still on the Chiefs. Eli Holstein is the starting quarterback for Portland, a.k.a. the old Arizona Cardinals. Bo Nix is still there. Yeah, Jared Goff is now on the Bengals. Everybody's still there. Cam Ward's still there. DJ Lagway's a starter for them. Gunnar Stockton is a starter. Former Dirty QB. Nussmeier, of course, we know he's a starter. Yeah. So, I mean, Wheeler is getting there. It's only his first full year as a starter, so he's basically kind of a rookie. What about team stats? Offensively, we have one of the top 10 offenses, it looks like, in the NFL. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have a top 10 offense, barely a top 10 offense. And as far as defense, our defense is, we're middle of the road, but we're not as low as I've seen us in some recent years. So, we're still kind of that middle of the road team right now. We haven't really taken off yet, and that's just where we are right now. It's unfortunate. We might barely make the wild card. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. I want to take a look at this schedule. So we play the Eagles this week. Who else do we have to play? We still have the Commanders, and we still have a game against the Giants. We haven't played the Giants yet. We have both of our games left against the Giants, who are leading the division. You know what? I'm going to jump in and I'm going to play this Eagles game. I just feel like that I need to play this Eagles game in order to finally get us over this hump of just winning one, losing one, and being inconsistent. So I'm going to play this game against the Eagles of us going on the road. And I want to jump in and see what Deontay Wheeler is all about.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National.
It is a Monday Night Football game, so this is a pretty big game as far as regular season. This is a game where I feel like if we win, we can maybe finally start to kind of arrive in terms of being a playoff contender. I'm guessing the Eagles still have their nucleus. Yeah, I see Saquon is there. I'm guessing they still have Jalen Hurts. Looks like they might have, well, Mitchell is still there. At this point into the future, I'm sure the Eagles have just reloaded. They've pretty consistently been the division front runners most of the time. I mean, we're technically above them in the division as of right now, but if we beat them, that's a division win, which is key. So that'll be big for us. I'm going to skip that intro. I don't need to see the I want to rock thing again. Okay, so first drive of the game, yeah, we're 5-4, they're 5-5. And we got to settle for a field goal on the first drive for us. Fortunately, though, we still have Brandon Aubrey, who is going to be back next year on a one-year deal, and he easily makes his first field goal of the game to get us on the board. And here come the Eagles. We got a 3rd down and 4. Now, it might be a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I played Madden. Try this coming off the edge here. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh, but he went out of bounds. Still, 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, goodness gracious. If you stop him here, that's huge.
Running back sent in motion. Hurts now on 4.
And we get a sack. Stop him on 4th down. Great job, Jockus. Way to come in there and make the play. All right. 3rd and inches at the end of the first quarter. First snap, the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, now Cowboys quarterback Deontay Wheeler, and he gets a nice handoff to Jeremiah Love, our top running back. The team has changed, but still got some of the same cast of characters here. And Wingo, I probably shouldn't have thrown that ball. I probably should have been looking for CD on that play. 4th down and 3. We'll go ahead and settle for it. And Aubrey gets us on the board. Another field goal. We're up 6-0 on the Eagles. We're going to settle for another field goal. This one's a 51-yarder. I will say, it's encouraging for our defense to be stifling the Eagles as much as we have, even though we've only got field goals up on that scoreboard. But we got to have a solid drive here. All right, we got a chance to go 2 minutes here. Clock's running, of course. I'm just going to run it with Wheeler. I want to test those legs, and those legs are looking pretty good. All right, I want to go no huddle, no huddle. I mean, that's why I kind of had him wearing number 7. I want to have the modern-day version of, Michael Vick. And even Dak back in the day had a little bit more of a scrambling ability. So I want my quarterback to be able to get us out of tight jams with his legs and with his arm, because I feel like you're going to have a very special player in that. We have, I think, all 3 of our timeouts left, so I got to be careful with how I use them here, but we get a good block from Ferguson. I want to burn one of those timeouts. And Wheeler gets the first down with his legs up the middle.
First down, ball at the 36.
I'm not saying I'm going to go like 2004 blitz Michael Vick here. Oh, great pass right there to Ferguson for a first. All right, we got a good solid drive going here.
Trying to work quickly now.
Gotta get this in.
Working inside the red zone.
And Wheeler is going to freaking fumble the ball. I tried to dive for the end zone, and that was not good. And the Eagles immediately take advantage and get the touchdown. That might be a game changer.
Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd.
Tried to dive for the goal line at the end of the first half.
Slot man in motion left.
It's 3rd and 13.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long.
And he dropped the ball. Wow. Well, they're going to kick a field. No, again, or they did and they missed it. And unfortunately, our offense is continuing to not do anything. So, got to make another stop out here. Unfortunately, we get a nice tackle by Wilkins. Read it beautifully, stopped Jalen Hurts before he could get a whole lot of yards on the read. Second down, it's the fourth quarter. Looks like they still have Smith, and I'm guessing A.J. Brown is still there. I don't see him, but I'm guessing he's still with the team, unless he retired. All right, we got third down and 3 here. This is a pretty big down here. And, of course, Hurts gets the first down easily. We didn't have Spy. I'm not surprised that happened. And Barkley does get in. That's okay. Well, I mean, we got a chance to answer the bell right here. Oh, great job, Wingo. Oh, what a good block from Jeremiah Love, the running back, getting out there. Beautiful. All right, now that is a big shot in the arm offensive play that we needed right there. That was big-time stuff. Jackson, our backup tight end, gets another first down. I'm not the biggest fan of doing the screens with Love, but come on, Love, get the block, get that block, 70. There we go. Touchdown, Love. Jeremiah Love gets in on the screen pass. We've got our first lead of the game. Well, actually, no, it's our first touchdown of the game. We got to play defense. Got to finish this off.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw this from the gun.
All right, good tackle by Ravel.
He takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of
5-yard gain is fast.
Still to go here. This is second down. They go play fake with Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back.
All right, great sure tackle right there by McMillan. All right, 2-minute warning. Eagles are driving. They got a third down here. We're up 17-14.
That's a defense's goal.
Just got to finish them off right here.
We can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good
Get a key divisional win.
in particular.
False start.
The target, and they were able to keep
Whoa.
short of the sticks.
Very surprising. Makes it 3rd and 8.
As they back it up 5. He's back to throw.
Oh, dang it. He's short. Inches. They're going to go for it. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I know what's coming. I hate the twist push so much. I think they have all 3 of their timeouts, so... Okay, at least we made the tackle. All right, made them burn one of their timeouts.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first.
And of course, they just need a field goal to force overtime.
Here he is to throw.
Incomplete. Good defense by Bland.
Incomplete. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Feel like I got there a little bit late with Bland, but it was just enough to knock that ball away. Of course, the next play, they're wide open. I mean, they're not in field goal range yet, for their sake. And we get a sack! Peter Woods coming off the edge. That was a big sack. Huge play. They're past, they're still past the 50, but they got pushed way back for that with that sack. And we get another pressure by Woods. He almost got home again. Wow.
Everybody wants to play quarterback.
3rd and 17. It's 4-down territory, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, it matters, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're not kicking for it. We get another sack. That time I finally got free with Van Ness.
And that is not
The former Packer making a big impact. Hurts. He's shaking up there. All right, well, this is it for the Eagles. It's 4th down and forever. 4th and 20. Oh, my goodness, it's 4th and 26. Please don't be another Freddie Mitchell. Oh, my God, it almost was. Oh, it almost was. Wow. The receiver had it, and he dropped it. I mean, we hit him, but he still dropped it. So we get a big win during the season against the Eagles. That's a big divisional win. I felt like I just needed to jump in and play this game to make sure we got the dub, because divisional wins are going to matter towards the end of the season. All right. So we beat the Eagles, and we got revenge on them for our last meeting. We are now 6-4. We're actually 1 game back from the Giants. So now we're looking a little bit better. We also still have yet to play the Giants during this season. So we still have a decent chance to win the division. Got the Jaguars this week. They're 5-6. Hopefully we get a win in this game. We don't slip back to reality. And we get another win against the Jaguars. Now we've got to play Washington. Eagles are now 5-7. I'm not saying they're mathematically eliminated, but they have another loss. They're probably done for. The approval rating still looks good for Schottenheimer. Commanders are 5-6. If we beat them, pretty much knock them into the cellar. We're still only 1 game back from the Giants. But the 2 games we have coming up against them are going to be pretty key in terms of being able to possibly win this division. I'm going to simulate this game against Washington. Hopefully we get our 3rd consecutive win. And we do. So now we're finally starting to play with a little bit more confidence. And we are now leading the NFC East at 8-4. We play the Panthers this week, who are a good team. We got the Giants finally in Week 15. Unfortunately, we got a new injury. Luke Thigpen is week to week. Christian Wilkins is out 3 to 5 weeks with an abdominal tear. And Scott, our backup, is week to week. So Thigpen, our starter, is injured week to week. We're going to have to go out and get a free agent defensive tackle because our next best defensive tackle is like a 69 overall. That's not nice, despite what you may want to say. I'm going to bring in John Franklin Myers to help us out for the rest of the season on the defensive line, at defensive tackle. All right, so we've got Franklin Myers here to help us out. Of course, we're going to have to cut somebody because we did that. So let's go to, so let's see. Defensive tackle-wise, Franklin Myers automatically becomes our starter. These guys are getting a little bit better, but they're not anything too spectacular. I'm going to go ahead and cut Trent Morse, another defensive tackle, who's not really developed. So we'll go ahead and get him off the roster. With the 9-3 Panthers, the Panthers are leading their division, the NFC South. So this is another playoff team we're facing this week. Can we make it 4 consecutive wins? Get some momentum going into our first game against the Giants for this season. And we do. We've won 4 games in a row now. We are now 9-4. The Giants also won. They are 9-4. I'm going to play both of these games against the Giants because if we win these games, I think we'll win the NFC East. We still won't have Christian Wilkins for the next 2 to 4 weeks. ETN is the new injury, but the other injuries, including our middle linebacker, are off this picture, so now we have them back. But this first game against the Giants is going to be pretty big. I got to jump in and play this one at home. I got to jump in and play this one. This is going to be pretty big. This is week 12? No, we're past week 12, so that we're not playing a Thanksgiving game. For a second, I thought we were. I had to double check that. All right, got the Giants this week. It's a pretty big one. If we beat the Giants for the first time and we beat them next week, I think we'll win this division.
It's a stadium so big and you can easily spot it. Flying in the Dallas.
Both of us are 9-4.
This is AT&T Stadium.
So we got a chance to get the upper hand here today. We're on a 4-game winning streak. Trying to make it 5-0. And it seems like a decent chunk of these games we've been winning by decent margins. At this point, I'm just assuming that Jackson Dart has become a pretty good quarterback. Yeah. It also still looks like they have Malik Neighbors, and it looks like they still have Robinson. It's a tackle right there, but Giants get a big first down on us.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw again. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hold on, I want to adjust some stuff with the coaching here. Depth chart. I'm going to check something here. Okay. All right, that's good. Well, John Franklin Meyer shows that he's starting.
It's 2nd and 5.
I don't see him on the field right now. It's released. Oh well. Good tackle by Sanchez. Cam Scadaboo, I know where to go on that. Prayers up to Cam Scadaboo. That injury yesterday he suffered against the Eagles was very, very bad. That was very bad. That was almost, as we let up a touchdown, that was almost the Dak Prescott compound fracture territory. Devin Kerrigan, their tight end, gets a touchdown. I thought that was Darius Slayton at first. And we don't do anything on offense. Once again, the Giants are in business.
Giants lining things up.
Yeah, that was a horrible injury to see from Scadaboo. He was playing extremely well this season. I think he is going to be the starting running back for the Giants for probably the next several seasons. It's unfortunate, but you know that kind of throws a hand grenade into the Giants season. They were looking good. It's the Eagles finally, and all goes.
They take him down for a loss. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle.
All right.
And he'll go down.
Makes it 4th down. So we force the field goal on their second possession. We got to get something going on offense.
This from 28 yards away. Corey Gallis connects.
Kick us up and good. Giants have a 10-point lead. And we drive going in the red zone.
Here we go, 1st and 10.
We love to really get too far, but 4 yards is still fine.
You know, that's a good one right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right.
Oh, man. They read that one too well.
3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
3rd and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Oh, touchdown Ferguson. Beautiful. All right. That's a big touchdown for us, getting back into this thing. All right, and we've got another solid offensive drive going. Almost at the 2-minute warning. It's a 3rd down and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long.
Oh, goodness, come back. Oh, my goodness! You had the ball!
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing
56-yard field goal. It's Brandon Aubrey. Let's try it.
To see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
I would have liked to get a touchdown.
And this kick is good.
We'll take the field goal, knot it up at 10. 2 minutes left to go in the half. And we have another chance. Okay. Got 2 timeouts left. Still got turnovers.
3rd down from the gun.
I'll take the underneath stuff. It's fine. Whole timeout. 37 seconds. We don't have any more timeouts left because we spent the last one during that moment. Lamb can't hold on. No, we're going to take the lead before half, which is good. At least we got points out of this.
He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
Attack on the field goal. So after going down 10-0, we've scored 13 straight points to take the lead. So pretty good answer. Good run. All right, 3rd and 5.
This is 3rd and 5.
Giants are around midfield.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart.
Dart easily finds Robbins.
This is going to make it down to the 20.
Yes, he gets Robbins.
Is it?
What's 17? I mean, you never know. I mean, we're like 6 years into the future.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got Franklin Myers finally actually in the game. And he almost got around and got the sack.
Pull this one away. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Play action with Dart.
Oh, nobody home on the left side. The Giants get in easily for 6. It's been on defense. Offense isn't doing this much good right now. They only have had 1 touchdown drive the whole game. Most of these have been field goals.
Throw here, 3rd down. Getting out to his left. He's running.
Jackson Dart picks up the middle first with his legs. Keep forgetting he does have scrambled ability. They score another touchdown here. It's going to be tough sledding. Woods, finally we get home for a sack. Play there from Woods. All right, makes it 3rd down and 16.
They motion a receiver left. Darts looking at this 3rd and long.
Incomplete. Good defense. All right. So forcing a field goal still keeps us within striking distance. That sack that Peter Woods got was big. We needed that. No.
And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Freaking.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Oh my goodness. Just like college football, 26, the freaking glitch running into the kicker continues to happen. Like, up until this year, I have never seen that penalty called nearly as much as I have in this year's version of college football EA Sports College Football and Madden. He must have tweaked something. I didn't adjust the sliders. I haven't adjusted any of that. And he just let them walk into defense. Now we're down by 11 points in the 4th quarter. 4th and 2. Got to go at this point. Oh my God, I don't even get time to throw. Center just got obliterated. Slaughter got slaughtered.
In the red zone now. He's going to tuck it and run. And this one doesn't go far. Come to the line here, 2nd and 9. There's a dive up the middle. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
It's not the period yet. 2 minutes left. They got a 3rd down. 9.
Air it out on 3rd. Some on the quick hitter.
It's 4th and 1. They're just going to kick a field goal.
Get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Fortunately, the clock stopped.
It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Going down his connects.
So it's still it's only a 14-point game still, but we got to come up with points like almost immediately. And that one just sailed way over his head.
George Pickens, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's going to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot.
All right, I got Lamb. Had to use her that, but I got it.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. And they're going to throw out of the gun. make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Goal to go. It's a pass play.
It's one. Of course that happens. Should have learned against the Eagles, and I just didn't. Just being too careless with the football. Well, our first game against the Giants, we lose, and that hurts our chances of winning the division. Don't think it hurts our chances at the playoffs too much, but still, I mean, that was a game that we win. We might have been able to put ourselves in better position to look at winning the division and being able to have a bye week, maybe. The Giants are now 10-4. We are 9-5. As far as the playoff picture, we're definitely in it, but right now we would be the 5th seed, and we've got to go against the Bucs, who are 8-6. And let's see if we can get a win against them. I'm going to play the next game against the Giants for sure. Let's see if we win that one. And unfortunately, we lose to the Bucs by 11. So now we're starting to slip. I don't think anybody else is going to get us in the division in terms of hurting our chances of making the postseason. I think the Commanders and the Eagles aren't going to get us. Wilkins is still out week to week with an abdominal tear. Got the Giants this week again. This time, I'm going to play them, and this time, hopefully, we can get a win on the road against the G-Men. Us getting a win on the road here would be very big. They're 10-5. I think we're like 9-6. I don't know the records. I'll see them in a second. Last time we lost by 14 points because our offense didn't do us really any good. Yeah, they're 10-5. So if we win this game, we would have the same record as them. We would be 1-1 against them. So maybe we would win the division. That'd be tiebreaker factor. Nice stuff. On that running play, we didn't let their running back get too far. I guess Scattergood isn't playing. Maybe he got hurt in the last game. I don't know. It's only been a couple of weeks since we played these guys. All right, so now they get a decent pass game. It's a 3rd down and 5 coming up. Good thing is that it looks like we've kind of escaped like the whole of being a team that doesn't even sniff the postseason and is like 8-9, 9-8 middle of the road type of deal. Doesn't crack the postseason, but in order for us to kind of cement ourselves as a decent competitor, we have to beat teams like this in the regular season, the Giants. So. And they get in for their first touchdown. We're on offense. We have key 3rd down and 5 here. Last week, we really couldn't get our offense going in key spots. That was, I think, what really did us in. And this week, we got to get that done. We got to execute. Wheeler's still young and he's learning, but those are moments where you have to grow. And Pickens gets loose, gets a first down. I had to drop back way too far for that, but I did.
We are ready to get back underway. Here's a run.
We're going to go for Love.
Fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
And that's a terrible idea. They could throw in a pick in the end zone.
Third and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. The throw here is complete. Gonna get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Up the middle they go.
All right, there we go.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And the Giants here will use the
They call a timeout. We're about at the end of the half, so.
Stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. Slot man in motion left. To the air on second down. Dart. Now he'll run.
All right, at least Sanchez was waiting for him, so he didn't get too far. They call a timeout. They only got one left. They're in field goal range, so whether they get this or not, they'll go. So if they don't get this, they'll kick it. I don't know. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. Get a sack. Oh, we don't get the fumble though. All right, well, we'll get a field goal to him. But it's better than us giving up another touchdown.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. Good snap.
So they get the field goal to end the half. Down 10-0. We got to generate something on offense here. Got the ball at the 11-yard line. This is prime scoring position. To Jackson. And Jackson fights his way into the end zone for 6. All right. Back in this game now. It's a big touchdown drive that we needed. It's 4th and 6. I'm going to let the quarter expire. There's no point in kicking it now.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so
At least we finally got ourselves on the board with Deontay Wheeler finding Jackson, especially after that pick 6 in the end of the first half.
The NFL on EA Sports.
All right, 4th and 6.
So, pressure kick coming
Kick it.
down for Brandon Aubrey. This to tie things up here in the 4th.
All right, so we get the field goal, tie things up at 10. Just need to get one more drive. Got 3rd down and 6 for them.
Let's go now. Out of shotgun. It's Dart.
And they get
Over the
first.
middle and take it in.
Of course.
On second down, Dart.
Oh, John Franklin Myers getting home for the sack. That was big. All right, that's really going to throw them off course.
He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's
3rd and 17.
and long. Throwing in the Dart. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
We stopped him on 3rd down. There's the field goal. Still in this.
First down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A 38-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle.
All right. I'm not going to do the whole moments thing. I'm going to start playing the full game. Rest of the way. 3 minutes to go. Play the full game.
Now it's this up the middle.
Dang it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
It's a big division win. It's a big divisional game, so I don't want to take any chances.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, Wingo.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
He's bouncing back a little bit here. Playing with a little more confidence. I like that.
I'm a little surprised.
2-minute warning. We got a chance to go the distance for the win.
He's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Let's keep.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
It's a key moment for Dick. Oh my God! I had Ferguson open. He might have taken that thing to the house. He caught it.
Got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Oh, maybe a
Oh no, we got a flag. Hopefully that's offsides. Is it?
Short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be
Yep, offsides on the Giants.
About 5.
Definitely accept. Make it 2nd down and 5. Okay. Clock stop. That was key.
They'll drop to throw.
Lamb. You'll see that.
Outside, looked in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. This one's broken out. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And he looks
You know
to
what?
be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
It's maybe a bad idea.
They'll run.
It was not a bad idea. Thank goodness. All right, timeout.
He's going to have the Chargers. And now the Cowboys.
I want to touch it. I want to end this thing right now.
Just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
Throw it away. Oh, no.
To the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag.
Come on. I was...
They get him for grounding.
I thought I was outside the
On
box.
2nd and long.
Freaking crap.
Back to throw. Forced out wide. And he'll just bite the book and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw.
And I just blew the game.
Be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Well, we lose to the Giants twice, which means we're more than likely, which means we're not winning the division. We're going to have to go on the road as a wild card team in the playoffs this season. Not fun. And I thought after we converted that 4th down, I had a good chance, and I just couldn't find anybody open. Maybe it just shows how good the Giants are. Well, we're playing the 6-10 Texans this week. Doesn't really mean anything. We're going to be in the playoffs as the 6th seed, barring anything crazy, it looks like. So let's go ahead and simulate through this week against the Texans. At least we're going to be in the postseason this year. So we beat the Texans to finish the season at 10-7. Unfortunately, we have a new injury. Tyler Smith has an ACL sprain week to week, and you're out for... Slaughter is also freaking out. Oh, my God. So, I mean, that means we have to go into this first playoff game with I don't know how we're going to be able to do this. And look who our first playoff opponent is. And we've got to do it with 3 starters on the offensive line who are going to be out for this game. Well, it's time for us to seek some redemption. Maybe this is the game where we finally get him. We've lost twice to them in the regular season. Hey, maybe we can pull an 0-7 like they did on us that year.
It's the NFL on EA.
It's a wild card round. It's a night game. Let's just be great to get our first playoff win. It would be absolutely great.
That play straight ahead. And he's into the front. They'll gain him about 2. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up the playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
I mean, I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunity.
First down.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw.
Oh, Ferg, you're wide open.
Ferguson. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short.
I want to get this run game going. Take some of that pressure off of Lillard in his first playoff.
They'll give it to him inside.
Okay, got our first decent run, 6-yard pickup.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Another carry for it.
All right, 1 yard to go.
Not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line.
Okay, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Job, love.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Just want to get that first down. That's it.
For 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now.
Jackson.
Gets him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, 2nd down. Moving back, gets the handoff.
Inches.
Just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead...
I don't want to do anything to the outside. I just want to go right up the middle between the tackles.
Giving him a chance to stall things out. Short.
Nothing crazy, just pick it up. That's all I'm looking to do. We've burned off a lot of time in this quarter.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Back to throw now.
Ooh, sidestepped him a little bit.
Buying some time.
Gets a first down with his legs. Good job, Wheeler. And that's the end of the first quarter. We got no scores up on the board. It's definitely been a long, methodical drive.
No shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. From the red zone now.
Ferguson. Make that move inside. Get more yards. Pretty good idea.
An enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Love walks in untouched for the first touchdown. Off to a way better start than in the first 2 games against these guys. 3rd down and 4 for the Giants.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Go play action. Here's Dart.
Get him. Oh, almost got a sack, but we forced him to throw the football away. Giants got to give it back. Oh, they're going for this?
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. They kick the running back in motion. They'll go. Here's Dart.
Brought the blitz, and that was a bad one.
And he gets down to the 20. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. 60 Eagles, 60. Robinson in motion right.
Okay, good wrap up. 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Just got Wilkins back in. We stuff them. 4th down. They're still going for this.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Dart's going to go for it on 4th.
Allowed 2 4th down conversions. One of them went for a touchdown. And our offense, once again, has gone cold against the Giants.
Going on third. Here's Dart. Pass kept free to Robinson. And he is well clear of that marker. That him up with a first and goal.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants first down. First and goal at the 9-yard.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the
Listen,
start of what could be a goal line
they're
stand.
backwards
They
right
hit him for a loss on first and goal.
Break three.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
At the 12-yard line.
Looks like a broken play
On
there.
that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. One of the biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes third and goal. Here he goes, third and long.
Good sack, Van Ness.
They're able to drop him. And the defensive down away from
At this distance, at the 14-yard line, I would guess they're going to go for the... Yeah, they're going to... I wouldn't risk anything, especially with the game tied at 7. Definitely a lower scoring game than I expected. Okay. All right. Let's see. Speed. Custom play options. I'm gonna play all offense because I am tired of our offense not doing anything.
No throw to start the drive. Going the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. Looking set.
Nope.
Complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. They're going to throw out of the gun. Has it in close. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's second and inches. They pitch it to him. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. I feel like every single toss play in Madden, the defense just reads it too easily.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Oh, please be on them. Please be on them. Oh, wow, we got bailed out.
So after the
Thank
goal,
you.
Defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a fourth
Wow.
down, it's back to first.
Okay.
Looking on first down. Forced out to his right.
Just run, Wheeler, run.
He can
Run.
it.
First, okay, not a first down, but out of bounds.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives...
All right, that's the end of the third quarter. We're down by 3, but we got to...
They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
All right, let me, let's see. All right, custom play options. Let's just go play full game. I'm just going to play the whole fourth quarter. Offense and defense, every play.
Offense, it's second and 1.
Thought about doing all offense, but if I have to watch the defense and not jump in, I just feel like there's going to be some moments where they're going to give up, like, they're going to give up yards and points. I want to win this game. I'm so tired of us not advancing in the postseason.
Back-to-back carries here.
There you go, yards.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's a BYO. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Going to the ground again on first.
Go, Love. Here we go.
Down, but what a great effort. He moves this all the way down inside the 10. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. They'll run. ETN.
And it's not Love, but it's ETN who gives us the lead.
Cowboys take a
Finally.
Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Aubrey good.
Extra point is good, and we're up 14-10. Start of the fourth. Man, we are so depleted everywhere on this team.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
We're up in the fourth quarter over the Giants. Team that everybody expected to
Here's
beat
a
us.
return from the 7.
We're out here competing, trying to get over this hump,
Here come the Giants, ready to take
trying
over
to
again on
get
offense.
to the divisional round once again. And again, I mean, we won the wild card round last year. Didn't do anything in the division.
Right here. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they
So long.
manage to stop it. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this
Ooh,
sweep.
good tackle by Woods. Didn't let him get away at all.
It's going to be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Darts out of the shotgun. He completes
All right,
it in
good tackle. It's 37
And he
now.
has it up towards midfield.
Sanchez really is, you know, he's not like a dominant linebacker, but he's a pretty solid guy for us. He's been that way for the last few years. It seems like.
Third down.
He just needed to, you know, get a chance to become a starter.
Catches
Okay, I thought he was gone.
This play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Going on first down. It's Darts.
We get a sack on Dart.
They get to him.
Good job. Woods
Big play
and Jacques
drives
were
the
coming
ball
after.
forward. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 20 at the 36-yard line.
19 Tiger.
And play action with Darts.
Oh, good shirt tackle by Jacques.
And they get him
Third
right at
and
the line of
19.
scrimmage. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
What they do on fourth down will determine what they do on this third
Looking to
down.
throw. Screen here for Scattergood.
Wow, a screen to Scattergood, lose 2 yards.
He's dropped for a
I'm surprised they did that.
big
Maybe take a
moment
field
here for
goal.
Andres Borregales.
And this thing within 1.
55-yard look from the left tackle. Got all of it, and this is good.
All right, he makes that one. No running into the kicker. BS. None of that. That's good.
In his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, the game could be on the line with that one.
Not a great return by Wingo, but still, not bad either.
Another drive coming up for this
This is the deal where, like,
unit. They'll try to emphasize
we gotta
the
move
point on their
forward,
last
but-
drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Rolling back to the backfield.
Okay, that was a good first run by Love.
Gets a few on the
We
play.
can use up those timeouts. That's what we have to do.
Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. They give it to him again. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to throw.
And got him. Oh!
He's got Lamb.
Game over. CeeDee Lamb closes the deal. He's been quiet all game. And he finally gets the game-clinching touchdown. Wow.
CeeDee Lamb with the touchdown.
Our number 1 receiver all of these years. Finally making a big play in the playoffs. The DB played it horribly. Made that move, and CD is to the crib. Oh, wow. Oh, that's huge.
In breaking that angle, breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that
All right, well, it's not over yet, but they need a touchdown and a two-point conversion just to tie this thing up. Man, despite all the injuries, we got a chance to win this game.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5.
All right, well, that was a decent return, I'll be honest.
Comes out to the 30. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He's going to tuck it and run. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass.
Oh, that was horrible.
Adjust to it. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
Sanchez, make the play. All right, at least Bell came up to clean it.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. To throw.
Oh, great sure tackle there, Bland. Nice job. 4th and 4. This is it.
Against him here as they hurry to that line. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th.
And we get a sack by Peter Woods. Game is over. We stun the New York Giants in the Meadowlands.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm saying this has been the NFL
only our 2nd playoff win of the entire rebuild. Third time's the charm this year against the New York Giants. We beat the Giants, and we are moving on to the divisional round. This was a really tough effort, and with all the injuries that we have, but we made enough plays in the end to seal the win. The touchdown pass we got with CeeDee Lamb was just something that I just didn't expect at all. We were just thinking, 1st down, let's get out of here with the wins, keep the clock moving. Instead, we get a touchdown by Lamb, and that seals the win for us. We're going to the divisional round. I'm going to take a break really quick, guys. I'll be right back. right, sorry, I had to take a bathroom break. So anyway, but hey, that was a absolutely fantastic win. So you know what? What better to check out than go ahead and do the weekly recap show? Let's watch it.
Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the Cowboys. And this is C.D. Lamb. He's going to look in the catch.
That was the game-clinching play right there. You know, Wheeler, this is his first playoff start. I mean, it's only his second year, but it's his first playoff start, and he won it. And he won it with a clutch play in the end. So that just has to get that confidence going. We got the Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see what happened here. I do love this weekly recap that they added in this Madden. And the Patriots go on the road and beat the Ravens. So another upset on the road in the playoffs. Got the Chargers and the Chiefs, another divisional game just like ours.
And this is the running back. He's going to deliver in the red zone.
And it looks like the Chargers go to Arrowhead and upset the Chiefs as well. So a lot of upsets on Wild Card Weekend, including one by us against the Giants. So how about that?
Until next week, Scott Hansen.
So pretty interesting overall week of the wild card round. Let's see what else happened. Also, the Colts. The Colts were the home team, though. They beat the Raiders. And then, of course, we saw the Patriots beat the Ravens, and we saw the Chargers beat the Chiefs. NFC side of things, we had the Panthers beat the Buccaneers at home. The Packers beat Portland pretty easily. So, you know, finally the Cardinals, quote unquote, are back in the postseason. This time as the Portland Warbirds. I believe that's what their team nickname is now. And of course, we beat the Giants. So we got to play the Rams, the number one seed in the NFC, on the road in Los Angeles. And then we've got the Panthers taking on the Packers, the 2 versus the 3. And then it's the Bills against the Chargers and the Colts against the Patriots. So that is what we've got for the divisional round. Let's check out the injury report. Jacobs is still week to week and 1 to 2 weeks for Slaughter. But it looks like that we have got, fortunately, our left guard in Tyler Smith back. So I think we're going to be okay at some positions. We're good with Bowery, good with Smith. Booker still. We're just going to have to go another week with Lunt. Although he did decently against the Giants. But we're going to play a way tougher team this week in the Rams. So it's going to be a tough one. All right, taking the show on the road to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. Divisional round, it's been the Achilles heel of, not just this past season, but it's been the Achilles heel of the Dallas Cowboys ever since 1995. 1996, actually. So we got a chance to exercise those demons, but we got to do it on the road against a very good Rams team. And already our defense is getting driven on all the way inside the 20.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw.
Oh my goodness, broke a tackle, Bland couldn't bring it down.
On that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 10-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going.
He gets shoved forward for first and goal.
Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
7-yard line.
Here's the run.
Oh, great blitz that time by the safety, Parrish. That was a great play.
Back to the 9-yard line.
A loss of 2.
From a little further back, here's second and goal.
9-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Wide open.
In the end zone.
Touchdown. We're back on defense, 4th and 1. They're going for it.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
And they did.
And he's going to have the Rams first down.
Rams are starting to show their dominance early.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
On the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here.
Suit there with Woods, but I just come up from behind and try to bring it down.
5, and that's all.
So 2nd and goal.
Leads to
They'll
2nd
motion the slot man right.
at the Cowboys' 5-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And he will take this one across.
Down 14-0 in the first. And we got to pick this.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short.
There you go, Pickens.
Into the hands of Pickens.
First.
And he's going to...
Looks like Wheeler has thrown an interception already today.
They'll try to run this one in.
Love gets in for the first touchdown of the day for us. So that gets us back in the game. Okay, we've got defense forcing a 3 and out. 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Out of the gun. He'll throw.
Good catch, Pickens. There we go. Get that block, Love.
Right side by Pickens.
Beautiful.
And
Route,
they're
too.
gonna be set up in.
First
They got it inside the
10.
15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with him.
Love is in for another touchdown.
Clearing space.
We forced another stop, so now we got a chance to go 2 minutes here.
Back to throw here to begin the drop.
Dang it! Oh,
There's
God.
a throw right side.
It looked like a pick.
It'll be incomplete. We'll try again here.
It was a bad read there.
Now they'll set up to throw. Pushed out to his left.
And, of course, the ball comes out. We recovered it?
All turnovers have to be verified
Oh.
by a replay. They might be taking
We're going
a
to
look
review
at
this.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand. Down before the ball comes loose.
Looks like the knee
And
was
are the
down,
visuals
so
convincing enough to overturn the call on the field.
it's a first down anyway. Okay.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down.
But it burns all that
and
freaking
that will
time.
not be a fumble.
That's,
Ball
well,
in the formation on the
field goal's our
right
best
side
chance.
Here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throws left side, caught
All
by
right, let's
Ferguson.
wait a little bit.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
All right.
And we're going to get a timeout with
All right.
2 seconds remaining.
All right,
in the
let's kick
second
a
quarter.
field goal to end the half. Great execution to get us in
On for the
position.
field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt.
And Aubrey
Kick is
makes another one.
and the Cowboys
So
move
getting
out.
down 14-0 was not ideal, but we scored 17 straight points to take the lead, and we scored again. Rams do score to kind of take some of the momentum back.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Almost there.
Incomplete.
Well, we have the ball at the 39-yard line, so
CD Lamb.
56-yard.
And
Definitely.
that's going to lead to a fourth down.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And Aubrey makes it 2 for 2 on the day. We are up by 5 here in the fourth quarter, and we get more points. We're gonna do it.
It's only a yard.
We're up by 12.
4th and 1.
It looks like we're gonna do it, guys. We're finally gonna get over that divisional round playoff
Try
hump.
and run for it.
I mean, forget about, start of this rebuild. This goes back to 1996. We're going to the NFC Championship game. Wow.
Not easy to do.
I did not think we were going to be able to get this win on the road, but we did. The offense stepped up,
The date next Sunday.
got some big plays going.
Championship game.
Unbelievable. I got to check out the score summary, though, because I got to see what happened. All right. So, second quarter, Pickens, 22-yard pass. So we got a touchdown pass to George Pickens in the fourth quarter, a field goal from Aubrey, and once again, Pickens with another touchdown. As far as player stats, Pickens had over 100 yards. Lamb had only 24 of them. 2 touchdowns for Pickens. It's a great game. We go to the Rams and we beat them handily. Really, in the end, got a lot of separation in the end. We win by 12 points. We're going to the NFC Championship game. So Brian Schottenheimer has done something that no Dallas Cowboys head coach has done since 1996, and that's lead the Cowboys to the NFC Championship game. And look who we have to play: the Green Bay Packers, of course. I got to take a look. He's still there. Micah Parsons at the prime age of 31 years old, same as Jordan Love. 99 overall. Man, the guy we traded to Green Bay, basically at the start of this rebuild, is the guy we have to play 6 years later to get to the Super Bowl. Anyway, let's watch the weekly recap first.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start at SoFi Stadium. The Rams at home to take on the Cowboys. And here is the running back. He's going to get into the end zone, a 5-yard score on the ground. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is the Colts quarterback hooking up with his man for the touchdown.
It's like
here.
the Colts beat the Patriots pretty easily.
The Colts are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title.
Packers against the Panthers. Obviously, the Packers in the NFC title game, so they won. Let's see what happened in this one.
And here's
It's like the Packers got a different running back.
He's looking for an opening, gonna find it.
Oh, so it was actually a little bit of a close win against the Carolina Panthers on the road. So yeah, Packers don't look invincible, if you want to call them that. But here we go.
Women here in Orlando. Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.
So let me take a look at the injury report before we go into the NFC Championship. Dislocated shoulder. So Slaughter looks like he still will not play. And Dwayne Johnson, our backup free safety, looks like he's week to week, so he won't play either. But we got a decent amount of the offensive line back, so that's good. Makes me feel better. So we should have pretty much all of our starting offensive line healthy except the center. Yeah, you're healthy. You're healthy. and we've got Jacobs coming back. So, NFC Championship game, 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Can we do it? Can we beat the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay and go to the Super Bowl? And we've got to go through Micah Parsons to do it. Got to go through our old friend who we traded all those years ago away. Try to win this game. Go to the Super Bowl.
Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys looking to finish off their probable run from wild card team to conference champions.
So we got two wild card teams facing off in the NFC title game. That's a pretty interesting story in itself right there. Well, we're going to open up with the offense. We got to set the tone out here in Lambeau. It's cold. This is definitely going to be Wheeler's biggest test. It's got the ghosts of Tony Romo and Dak Prescott breathing down his shoulder right now. So we got to put those ghosts in the closet where they belong in this game. I really want to finally get this team over the hump and get to a Super Bowl. And that's a pretty good start on the first 2 plays of any indication.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back in the backfield, he'll get the
1st and 10. Barely got the first down, but I've still picked it up.
For an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, man, and guess who it is? Guess who it is? First of maybe many sacks for Parsons today.
That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Low and incomplete. Well, that first drive didn't work.
But now we also have an injured player. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 41-yard punt given.
Packers got a 1st down inside the red zone. I don't know who their running back is. It's not Josh Jacobs anymore. Well, whoever he is, he looks pretty good on that one. Taylor Tatum. Pretty sure he's not real. That's their running back. It's pretty solid, though. That looks like Cam Scattergood. Go from mobile. Okay, defense rose up a bit there. Made a nice play. Not too easy there.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Blue 30.
Play action this time with Love.
And a poster. Offense, once again, doesn't do anything.
Here we go. Set.
In motion goes the tight end. Throw it. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed.
Decent tackle.
Just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To the air again.
Oh, we almost got a pick. Oh, Sanchez, you need to get those. All right, well, at least we forced a field goal. But, man, that would have been huge.
Probably thinks he should have come up with, but instead it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that will. So here's the situation upcoming.
Second quarter.
3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. And he will not be able to.
No. Let's just get on the field.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed.
All right, well, at least we're on the board. we actually got a chance to.
Throwing to start the drive. Wheeler. He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just didn't have a lot of time.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Very least, let's try to get in range for a field goal.
The first of their timeouts. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As they'll stop it with
I'm not a big fan of running with quarterbacks. I've seen Wheeler fumble too many times to count so far.
Here's 2nd and 2. Completes this one to Pickens. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Wheeler.
And I blew it. Micah Parsons dropping in coverage, though, I don't see that as a reality. But it is what it is. Well, we're in the 3rd quarter. We got inches to go here, so...
Defensive reign supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down?
Other stuff. Once again, it's Mike. It's always Mike.
Backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys field goal.
And this
Alright, well, at least Aubrey makes another field goal. Brings us to within 4. It's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 20, excuse me. Wow. They might be in field goal range for their kicker, though, so... Are you serious?
Inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
3rd and 20, we let them convert. Unbelievable.
Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
That's what happens when you just get field goals. You're going to have to catch up.
Love looking to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
All right, good tackle there. Don't let the screen get behind you.
Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
We go into a field goal, we still have a good chance.
This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, he's got
Good sure tackle.
and he'll be brought down well
So we force him to a field goal, but we need to get some.
9-yard line.
Okay.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. On 26 yards.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll open the... In motion right goes Reed. On play action. Love to throw. Call the gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
Here we go. 45.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Love.
Drop. Wow.
It's incomplete.
Okay, we're going to kick another field goal, so we're going to make it a 10-point game. Let me change up some of the... Wait, I'll do that when we get to the next screen.
Force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Okay, field goal makes it a 10-point.
Sanders.
More options, okay.
Is good. And that one makes this a 10-point
3:18, down 10. This crunch.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were still
Bad return by Wingo.
the significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Hey, CD. Got him! And he's gone. Touchdown, CeeDee Lamb. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable.
66 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again.
One play, we're down only by 3. Unbelievable.
And now things get a bit more interesting here.
There's still a lot of time. Okay.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Yeah, that was actually pretty decent.
Drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Let's start this drive out on the ground.
All right, we got to play the
47 yards
most of the time. Because they're up by 3. They're just trying to milk the clock. That's all they're trying to do.
Red 38. Cut.
Play a game.
And they're not going to get this one.
Whoa, okay, that's sufficing.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Black 40. Ready.
Good stuff, defense. Good job.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they
2 minutes.
behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Dang it, he got it.
The Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming
when our offense just went too stagnant.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. 10 plus 10.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a big one coming now for Jason.
We're going to get the ball back with one more opportunity.
This to swell the lead to 6. Sanders' kick is good.
A touchdown for the win, and we got barely any time.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. But that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And it's incomplete. So
oh, that's it. So we lose the NFC Championship game to the Packers. I will say, I'm surprised that this team made it this far. We're not just one player away. I do think we're a few players away from being a competitive team. But I feel like, honestly, it gives me an incentive to try to keep George Pickens if possible. but at what cost? That's the problem that I'm facing right now. So that's the reality. All right. So let's check out the Pro Bowl roster. Deontay Wheeler made the Pro Bowl. He's up to a 90 overall. So that gives me a good feeling about our quarterback situation moving forward. Jake Ferguson made the Pro Bowl. And it looks like Tyler Smith made it. Slaughter, our center, actually made it as a backup before he got hurt. Tyler Booker made it. Jacques made it. Sanchez made it too. Wow, our linebackers looking good. Brandon Aubrey made it. All right, so we had some pretty good representation in the Pro Bowl this year. So Super Bowl is going to look like it's between the Bills and the Packers. And let's check out the yearly awards. The MVP is Lenoris Sellers of the Rams. No Cowboys in contention for that. Coach of the Year. Schottenheimer came in 8th for that award. All right, NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Sellers as well. Jeremiah Love actually came in 10th in the voting for that. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah. No Cowboys in that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no Cowboys in there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no Cowboys there. Best QB. I'm surprised Wheeler wasn't in the top 10. Best running back. Love finished 4th. Best receiver. No Cowboys. Best offensive lineman. Tyler Booker finished 7th. Best defensive lineman. Nobody. Best linebacker. Jacques and Sanchez came in 6th and 7th. Best DB. No Cowboys. Best kicker goes to Brandon Aubrey, so he will win an award this year. So good for him. So let's see who wins this year's Super Bowl between the Packers and the Bills. And it's the Bills winning their first Super Bowl. Josh Allen's the MVP. Those are all the award winners on the left side of your screen. Wow. Let's check the retirements and see who's going to call it quits. So we did have some retirements. John Franklin Myers retires. Travis Etienne is going to retire, and Christian Wilkins. So our defensive tackle spot definitely is going to need some upgrades next year. It looks like as far as other retirements, Max Crosby looks like he retires. Trent Sager, long snapper, he decided to retire. Yeah, Max Crosby is going to retire. Looks like DK Metcalf is retiring, and Josh Jacobs is retiring. I guess he was the backup in his last year in Green Bay. Anybody else I recognize? Nick Bosa, he retires. Lindstrom retires. Daniel Hunter retires. Landon Dickerson retires. Saquon is retiring after 13 years. Mika Fitzpatrick is also retiring. So yeah, those are some of the bigger names that are retiring after this season. All right. Well, let's check out the coaches central really quick. I'm going to keep all of our coaching staff in place because their approval rating is not dipped and is looking, pretty decent. So I'm not too concerned about that. So let's go ahead and advance to next week. We got to take a look at situations with the contracts and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and take a look at things. Jeremiah Love, we want you to stay. What's our cap? What's our numbers looking like as far as this? Okay, $32 million. All right, let's take a look at the salaries here. Time to adjust some contracts. Or restructure them if we can. Looks like we can't restructure some of them. All right, we can restructure Booker though for $2.2 million. Not freeing up a lot with restructuring Smith, but that helps a little bit. Actually, restructured Wheeler. 580K. He's up to a 90. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, he's getting better and better. Structure Woods. Structure Jockus. So we can't restructure Bland, unfortunately. But we can restructure Ricardo Jones. Restructure Sanchez as well. He's up to an 88 now. All right. Well, that helps us a little bit. So gives us a little bit of breathing room. We got 45 million right now. But a $10 million signing bonus. All right, great. Increase the signing bonus a little bit. So we've got Love locked in, 5 years. He'll be a Cowboy for life. All right, well, accept the 5th-year option for Jacobs. Okay. You know, the old adage is you want to try to run it back. I want to try to run it back. Pickens. Perfect. Wow, he wants to come back just for that. All right, well, we're down to 14 million now. That's unfortunate. What about Van Ness? He only wants a 1-year deal? Okay. Happy to sign. Great. Okay. But unfortunately, we're down to $9 million now. That ain't good. Okay. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let's go to the offseason, stage 1. We got Pickens for 2 more years. That's great. But definitely is a little bit concerning when you look at all that. All right. Love, can we restructure you immediately? Yes, we can. We're at $1.93 million. Not a lot. We'll free up a little bit. Parrish and Pickens. There you go. Oh, we can't restructure them? Oof. Eesh. Oh. Well, Van Ness is only going to come back on a 1-year deal anyway, so I doubt we can restructure him. No, we can't. All right, then. So let's go ahead and look at free agent pool, see who's out there. We only have $11 million. And look who is available as a free agent. Freaking Josh Allen. Wow. Oh, man. I got to wonder something, guys. We just don't have the money. I'm just getting... I'm not desperate, but like... Maybe I shouldn't. Oh. Reggie Jackson is getting better than Jake Ferguson right now. You know, makes me wonder. So I'm really wondering if Reggie Jackson's going to be ready to take over. Ferguson is down to an 80. So I'm just thinking of, we can get some trade value. I think, for him. It would be able to, offload somebody who's basically become a backup at this point of his career. But first things first, I got to find a team that doesn't have negative cap room, which is hard sometimes. Well, Cleveland is a place where careers go to die. Can we get a second-round pick for Ferg? Trade declined. All right, what about maybe a third-round pick? They got 2 third-round picks. Still declined. Maybe their late third-round pick. Still declined. All right. Let's... A 4th-round pick. Ooh, we're almost there. Might have to give them one of our picks. What about our 4th-round pick? Move up. Perfect. Jake Ferguson, thank you for everything, but you got to know when it's time to move on from a player when he's at the end of his career. And Reggie Jackson played pretty well last year, so I think he's ready to take over as the starter. Now it's got me kind of thinking, is there anybody else we can possibly look at unloading that we can actually get some trade value for? And that's what I'm wondering. The defensive tackle really needs an upgrade. So here's what I think. Man. Okay. So what does that do with our cap room since we traded Ferguson? Oh my goodness, it actually made things worse. And we're down $5.71 million now. It's just that, I'm seeing Josh Allen there, and I feel like if we just sign him and have him replace our guy, we could be... He's a 97 overall. I feel like this is just in a way too good to pass up. You guys may think I'm crazy. No, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do it. I just don't know if I want to do it just yet. All right. I think we got to try to unload one of our receivers. This might be a bad idea, but I'm going to see if I can trade away Wingo for, a decent pick from somebody. They actually need a wide receiver in Buffalo. And I'm really just looking for picks. Okay, well, Portland, they're just looking for anything decent. We get a first-round pick straight up for Wingo. Wow. Got their first-round pick. Okay, that's big. Wow. Now, that maybe the best decision I could have done? Probably not. But, now I have $2.93 million, so... Yeah, we can't even make him an offer for Josh Allen, but he only wants a 1-year. Well, he probably wants more than that, if I'm being honest. And I might have just really messed things up for this year. I mean, savings. This stream has gone on for a while, so I'm gonna like rethink some things and come back to it as far as what I want to do this off season, because I think one thing I stupidly did is that I didn't look at the penalty of trading guys away. Let's see. I mean, I'm looking at team salaries right now. We have cap space of, this amount of money, and it's like $52 million hit. I don't know. I mean, I'm just seeing Josh Allen right there. And I just feel like that if we could just get a real, like a 90, like almost a 99 overall quarterback and just get over the hump, get the Super Bowl, finish this freaking rebuild, because I'm just getting tired of this. I'm tired of, just us not being able to do it. And, we keep digging ourselves into a hole, and I just think that, maybe I'm just not doing things right. But anyway, I'm going to come back to this. I might live stream this again later, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I can. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.